Hi guys, and welcome to our second podcast. And the
I
topic
am
of
Dhanil.
today's
Before we start the topic,
you are Dhanil, I'm Parth, he's Dhanil, and the topic of today's podcast is EV versus hybrid versus CNG, the ultimate confusion.
एक confusion ही है रे.
कंफ्यूजन है
हाँ,
मेरे डीएम में वही आते हैं मुझे रोज में से सर विच कार टू बाय नेक्सॉन ईवी और टियागो ईवी और टियागो सीएनजी और अर्बन क्रूजर हाइराइडर हाइब्रिड और ग्रैंड विटारा हाइब्रिड और माइल्ड
exactly.
हाइब्रिड ऑफ ब्रेजा
मतलब 20 लाख का बजट लेके even people message me
या
like I am a biker. People should message about bikes. बोलते टाइगर का रेट पे I am getting
ग्रैंड विटारा ऑल व्हील ड्राइव
all wheel drive. Should I get that? But that is only a petrol. तो hybrid ले लूँ क्या? But it does not have all wheel drive. मतलब confusion.
there's too much confusion because डीजल में ऑप्शंस आर लिमिटेड नाउ ठीक है अभी
Yes.
अप्रैल में तो और कम हो जाएगी डीजल गाड़ी लॉट ऑफ कार्स आर गेटिंग
हाँ,
डिसकंटिन्यूड
मेरे
बिकॉज
को
BS6 6.2 आएगा अभी
there was a forward message which my mom dad was sending me.
अच्छा
ये डीजल, Altroz diesel, XYZ diesel, सर रैंडम डीजल का कार
या
भर के the whole diesel list discontinued. Then they are asking me, should we buy diesel now? अरे
आई थिंक इट एक्चुअली इज द राइट टाइम टू बाय डीजल कार
exactly my point. Like this,
जो है ऑप्शन ले लो उसमें अच्छा बट द थिंग इज दैट ईच एंड एवरी डीजल BS6 कार इज हैविंग सम ऑफ द अदर DPF इश्यू पता है सब में होता है वो मतलब हैरियर सफारी में होता है थार में देखा है सोनेट में देखा है सेल्टोस में देखा है उसमें कौन सी आती है दूसरी इनोवा फॉर्च्यूनर सब में होता है
exactly. Filter.
BS6 has made things so complicated now. Sometimes I feel that the BS4 cars are the best. The era from 2010 to 2015 or 16,
I
that
agree.
era had the best cars. Swift diesel आती थी.
I'll agree on this with you for bikes also.
Uh,
They were so much fun. After BS6, even bikes have lost their soul, yaar.
but you're forgetting one thing. BS4 versus BS6 is the topic for the next podcast.
Correct. Sorry, my
Right
bad.
now, we are at EV versus
CNG,
hybrid CNG.
EV, hybrid. So सबसे पहले get a hold on to CNG.
What is the cost of
C
CNG in Mumbai right now?
नहीं
96,
92,
90,
90, 90, 92 depends कहाँ से you are filling it.
So 90 rupees and in 1 kg of CNG the car does around 18 19 kilometers. मतलब running cost is approximately 5.1 rupee per kilometer.
चलो 5 rupees
5 rupees per kilometer round figure 20
round.
का mileage दिया Tiago
हाँ
Tiago CNG. Okay. Now we have Tiago EV which Tata launched and honestly I don't recommend EVs to anyone but Tiago EV is actually better than the Tiago normal Tiago.
yeah,
अच्छी लगी मुझे गाड़ी for city use it is good. उसको
okay.
चार्ज करो प्लान करो चार्जिंग का शेड्यूल and use it and EV में you have the running cost of 1 rupee per kilometer.
Correct.
And what is the price of the Tiago CNG? Around 9-10 lakh. What is
Nine
the
and a
price
half.
of the Tiago EV? वही 10-11 lakh.
So there's a difference of 1.5 lakh rupees maximum.
Yeah, but
Not
the
more than
Tiago
that.
EV feels smoother. It feels a bit more polished also. उसमें मतलब ऑटोमेटिक है Tiago
Automatic
CNG is
आएगा.
manual and of course the low
Convenience.
running cost खाली उसमें वो है कि चार्ज करने में टाइम लगेगा and CNG का ड्रॉबैक है कि there's no boot space in that and the range is limited.
There's second disadvantage of having a CNG. You have to wait in line
Oh man,
when you are in peak hours time. You have to spend at least 30 to 40 minutes just in line.
more than that actually. So
नहीं.
there's this pump near my house. वहाँ पे तो जो लंबी लाइन लगती है रात को Ertigas and Wagonars and Accents and Auras and all those cars.
I've seen my uncle go fill CNG because he has an i10.
हम्म,
वो जाते हैं उनका सीरीज लगा देते हैं
हाँ,
खिचड़ी या वो क्या तारक मेहता लगा देते हैं he sits there he watches
2-3 एपिसोड हुए थे.
2 एपिसोड देख लिया तब तक लाइन आगे बढ़ी थोड़ा थोड़ा आगे गए and then he fills up
So
CNG.
this is a good idea. हमारे जो viewers के पास है CNG cars, when they are filling up CNG, they can watch our podcast.
Exactly.
Produce version.
Perfect time. देखो, if you are feeling CNG right now, just get out of the car when the CNG is being filled.
Don't sit in the car. So CNG से याद आया when I was in college I actually had two Chevrolet cars okay I had a Spark and I had a Beat दोनों black color में दोनों LS variant ली थी and both of them were converted to CNG later on okay
And I know the reason why he got the beat because Transformers.
Transformers Cruise was too expensive at that time
Exactly.
so CNG was 34 rupees at that time
अरे बाप
so 1000 के CNG में the car used to run for one full week घर से कॉलेज was like 15 kilometers
1000 का सीएनजी भी ज्यादा नहीं रहेगा सस्ते में होता रहेगा
उसके बाद नहीं ऐसे जॉय राइड्स के लिए
हाँ even if you try to fill it up completely
yeah
like 6 kgs was what 6-7 kgs max
yeah
6 threes are
200 rupees में maximum full tank होती थी CNG
exactly right
and the
now
car used to do 180 kilometers in that so 1 rupee per kilometer जितना अभी EV का कॉस्ट है उतना तभी होता था 10 साल पहले कॉलेज के टाइम पे ये सब
and I remember because I had a Wagoner CNG now
yeah
don't call me a tourist but my dad ended up opting for a CNG vehicle because we had the LPG variant of the Wagoner
okay
which was a gone case altogether
हाँ वो तो
unnecessarily expensive but उसमें there was no boot space का problem.
yeah
However, when we got the CNG car, we never had boot space का problem because since Wagoner लिया है, we put a
carrier लगा
carrier ऊपर. Yes,
your car got totaled in the रेंज और समथिंग, और या
Yes,
एक्सीडेंट
yes.
हुआ था, क्या हुआ था?
नहीं, नहीं, नहीं.
रेंज में गई थी ना?
So in the 28th of August, something like 4, 3, 4, 5 years back, in August time when Ganpati ka fifth day had come and
हाँ.
the rains were to the roof
This
in
happened
the
in 2017.
17 exactly.
Because in that thing only, in that duration only, we were shooting Maruti Vitara Brezza diesel versus Nexon diesel, because the Nexon diesel was just launched in India.
Correct, correct,
And
correct.
तभी इतनी बारिश थी, and one of the cars of the shoot had broken down.
So
उसको फिर
similar
डस्टर से
times.
टो करके घर लेके आए थे हम
So
लोग.
similar times, my dad had gone to a particular place and उन्होंने park कर दी. He went and visited the Ganpati and did all
Okay,
that.
okay.
नीचे आके he was shocked that up to his stomach level there is water everywhere and he can see his Wagoner floating and moving to the
बेसिकली
right.
वैगनर का सिर्फ आर बचा था,
हाँ.
वैगन अंदर चली गई. So coming back to the topic,
Yes.
EV versus CNG. Okay, now CNG में the thing is that it drives like a normal petrol car. जब गैस
Correct.
खत्म हो गया, when you don't have the patience or the time, just fill up petrol and drive. उसमें रेंज अच्छी मिलती है. And the Tiago CNG is actually quite good to drive on CNG. मतलब पेट्रोल जैसी ही चलती है, स्मूथ है, वो परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा है. And मतलब that is the case with most factory fitted cars. You know,
I agree on this
i10
too
also, the
because
Swift also,
yeah, when we shot the I-10 versus Tiago,
Tiago CNG comparo.
so at that time even I enjoyed being the part that it is very efficient. It
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
almost close to a running cost of a motorcycle,
exactly.
and you can sit four people, have the comfort of an AC. That's there.
Mm-hmm.
But waiting in line, that is a big, big problem for
एंड
me.
देयर इज नो बूट स्पेस, जीरो बूट स्पेस उसमें, मतलब एक लैपटॉप बैग आती है मुश्किल से. एंड कमिंग टू द टियागो ईवी, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द टियागो बिकॉज टियागो इज वन ऑफ द फ्यू कार्स जिसमें यू गेट सीएनजी आल्सो एंड ईवी आल्सो डायरेक्ट फ्रॉम द फैक्ट्री.
Yes,
एंड टियागो ईवी इज एक्चुअली मोर प्रैक्टिकल देन द टियागो सीएनजी बिकॉज रेंज इज सिमिलर.
correct,
टियागो सीएनजी में खाली वो बेनिफिट है कि अगर सीएनजी नहीं भरना, पेट्रोल भर के निकल जाओ.
exactly.
EV gives around 200 kilometers on a full charge. You get a full boot, and yeah, I think for the city usage it is good. The running cost is very low. So
But
that is it. Right now, I think
what happens if you come to the highway and out of nowhere the battery drops?
so accordingly you have to plan your trips, na? Charging schedule plan karo and then use it.
Someone who is a nomad who's like, yeah, I need to go there, I need to go there, I need to go here, I
Yeah,
need
so
to do
EVs are
this.
not for nomads.
Exactly.
It is for people who probably have a second car at home for highway runs, or for people who strictly know कि मैं A to B point तक ही जाऊंगा,
This is
वापस
the
आऊंगा.
category of people who can and should
Buy EVs.
buy EVs. This was particularly cleared out.
Yeah. So this was EV as a CNG. Right now, I think it doesn't make sense buying a CNG car because CNG is very expensive and the running cost is not that cheap.
Yeah.
It is probably comparable to that of a strong hybrid car or a diesel car. And coming to diesels, now we have very few options diesel mein. Like if you talk about a diesel hatchback, I think right now you get only the i20 and the Altros.
Correct.
ठीक है, i20 diesel is getting discontinued very soon because of the new norms. Altros diesel is likely to stay here for a while. And
But
then
वो forward message में people were writing Altroz is
no, so then I spoke to Tata. I confirmed it with them. They said that the Altroz diesel will be continued for a while.
चलो
तो
good
वो
thing.
discontinue अभी नहीं होगी. So it will be the only diesel hatchback in the segment right now.
Oh,
So these diesel cars, they actually give very good mileage. On the highway, you can probably get around 20, 22 easily per
I
liter.
I have driven, so I drive a Tiago diesel
Yeah.
and I get 18 to 19 in the city itself.
हाँ.
And if I go on the highway, if I go
25 to
to
give
आराम से 24
4
is
rupees
enough.
per kilometer, 5 rupees per kilometer.
Exactly. And then once I fill it up, I don't have to worry for almost a month.
Exactly. So that depends on the usage. मतलब some people drive their cars 1,000 kilometers in a week also.
Yeah.
So that is okay, but the overall running cost is actually very practical. That hybrids also and diesel also. Diesel में खाली वो है कि DPF issues will come more or less on every car,
Yes.
and the options are very limited right now, and they'll get even more limited after April 2023.
6.2, 6.
Yeah. So
0.2.
point two
Then we come to the hybrids,
hybrids,
which
which
are,
are fast gaining popularity.
and I feel they are the best options right now.
Right now, hybrids make a lot of sense because you get the practicality of a normal car. The petrol
Yes.
barhouse mein you don't have to charge anything.
Yes.
These are self-charging, and the mileage is amazing. In the city, you get around 30, 28, 30 in the city,
Exactly.
and out on the highway 20, 25 ke beech mein.
Abhi for hybrids, the whole scenario changes. It is not like diesel, petrol, CNG that once you get open doors, you get better mileage. The
Hybrid
more
mid is
you
old.
drive in the city,
The
you
better mileage you
the
get.
better mileage you get because you utilize EV mode more. This is something that I learned from our 1,000 kilometer drive.
Yeah, the high rider.
Yeah.
So the thing with hybrids is that they're very smooth. They don't vibrate and make noises like diesel cars. You don't have to charge them. You don't have to wait in any line. You don't have to do anything. मतलब
fit
It is the
the
best of
fuel,
both worlds right now. The only
fight
issue
with.
is we have very few options in hybrid right
Yeah,
now.
and
3 4
costly.
cars.
They are a little bit
Yeah,
costly.
like all of them are about 20 lakh right now. Vitara, Hyrider,
HEV
Honda
City.
City HEV, and Innova High Cross. Only 4 cars in the mass market segment right now.
Clear this one thing. Prius was a hybrid, right?
Yeah, that was hybrid.
But it never gained the market. It was very early for its time.
It was too ahead of its time for India. Like globally, it is popular.
And
People make fun of Prius owners.
globally, they have got a good new update also right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, it's a major update. Yeah,
I'm seeing a lot of videos coming out for the new Prius, but kept aside, hybrid
Hmm.
is a very good option.
Yeah, the Camry hybrid
CNG,
is so good.
Camry is also there, yeah.
The old one was also hybrid, the
Correct,
previous generation.
correct. So the Lexus cars are
They are
also,
also hybrid, but they are of course like more premium.
yeah, so hybrid option.
But talking about mass market, there are 4 or 5 cars right now. A lot more cars will come in 2024. Swift will get a hybrid, Baleno will get a hybrid. और ये सब गाड़ी तो देखी
So
50 का
if I
mileage.
drop a text to you right now, hi
हाँ.
Parth, I'm Dhanil. I don't work at MotorBeam as of now, and I'm texting you. If I, what should I buy for 20 lakh rupees? Tuck. What will you tell me?
I'll say buy a diesel or a hybrid for 20 lakh. If your running cycle is very fixed, तुझे पता है कि तू कहाँ जाने वाला है, कब जाने वाला है और कितने बजे तेरी गाड़ी घर पे होगी, तू कितने बजे चार्ज कर पाएगा, then buy the next one EV Max or any EV
E-Tech
from
Tech.
that segment.
Yes.
But otherwise, I'd say just buy a diesel car if you get one in your this thing segment, whatever car you want.
Yes.
Or I think just go with a hybrid.
Right
For
now.
long-term reliability also, for smoothness, efficiency, everything, I'd say hybrid is one of the best options right now in the market.
Perfect. Number one scenario being that I don't have proper parking,
Yeah,
close parking, then EV goes out of the option completely.
exactly.
Second, if I have a close parking, EV is a very good option, but I don't have the patience.
Yeah.
Then EV CNG again
Hmm.
go a little low. Diesel is something that I have driven and it has been proven.
Yeah, yeah.
Trucks, buses, everything that's mass moving the markets right now. Like market is running on
Yeah,
diesel as
yeah.
of now. So I believe that diesel is the way to go, but diesel is a major pollutant we have.
And there was a time when diesels were at their peak, diesel
Yeah.
cars and diesel all vehicles. But right now that peak has, far gone behind because the thing is that a lot of rules are changing and we don't know what the future holds. Like in Delhi NCR, 10-year-old diesel cars are banned, right?
हाँ,
Even though they are good. तो ये rule कभी बॉम्बे में आ सकता है, कभी कहीं और आ सकता है. Then you don't know what to do. Even if your 10-year-old car is in perfect working condition, you cannot use it. Same thing won't happen with petrols or hybrids, right? Or with
correct,
EVs.
correct.
So that is why that some of the scales are tilted more in the favor of EVs. And yeah, that's about it. So, like when you fill up a full tank of diesel, the car will do how much? 800 kilometers at the max.
Yes.
Hybrid में they are claiming 1200 kilometers on a full tank.
Do it 1,000.
1000 is realistic. It is
Correct.
possible 1000.
Yeah, yeah,
तो
yeah.
मतलब most people drive their cars for 800 900 kilometers a month. मतलब महीने में एक बार कराओ full tank 4000 rupees and you're set.
And for that, the running cost comes down to
4 5 rupees a month. 4
peanuts.
5 rupees a kilometer.
Peanuts, really.
Yeah.
Peanuts for the price that you're paying for the vehicle.
Exactly. So where does this conversation take us now?
So it goes down to four different directions altogether. If you want to have an efficient, low cost running and automatic vehicle, no jhanjat, nothing, best is an EV.
Yeah.
Second, if you don't have the charging infrastructure in hand, if you don't have proper parking, something like that, if you have open parking space, and if it's gonna be your only car, keep the EV aside. As of now,
Get a hybrid or a diesel.
get a hybrid or a diesel or maybe a CNG.
Yeah.
If you want to,
CNG somehow I'm not too keen यार नहीं है वो practical अभी low running cost इतना है ही नहीं उसका
मतलब लेकिन फिर भी लोग को मैं सीएनजी सजेस्ट कर देता है
हाँ
द ओनली रीजन बिकॉज दे आर जस्ट गोना गो फ्रॉम पॉइंट ए टू पॉइंट बी से 40 kilometers a day
हाँ हाँ
50 kilometers a day and they are not gonna carry in people who cannot ride motorcycles at
yeah
that point
yeah
but can own a CNG car
hmm
say the Tiago CNG I've suggested a few people and they are somewhat happy when I say somewhat
yeah I
they
know
are
I understood
actually
that
somewhat happy they are not really happy
no
because
no
of the traffic again
I actually recommended the Tiago EV to a lot of people and 2 3 people have also booked the car already so they're waiting for the deliveries फिर उनको बुलाएंगे शूट के लिए but what I'm saying is that see a lot of people don't have a fixed parking spot in India
yes
बहुत लोग रोड पे पार्क करते हैं बहुत लोग randomly बिल्डिंग में कहीं भी पार्क करते हैं so for those people charging is a major issue like
so
if someone like in my old building I used to have just one parking and I have 3 cars right so if I had to park my EV on the road one is my own car two are my long termers so if someone wants to park an EV on the road where will he charge the car every day
हाँ but
वो कहाँ से का मीटर का वायरिंग करेगा and all that you need a fixed spot for that
correct. So
and
EV is when you have good parking. CNG if you
you should buy an EV if everything is predictable about you
yes Correct.
कहाँ जाएगा, कब जाएगा, क्यों जाएगा, कितने बजे
When
जाएगा.
can I buy a CNG?
You can buy a CNG. The best time to buy a CNG was yesterday, not anymore.
Not anymore,
Yeah.
because the fuel cost is coming down to the.
CNG has become prohibitively
It is
expensive.
in Nashik and all. It is costlier than petrol also
Ah,
at times.
so what is the
So
point then?
CNG is again black, and then comes a hybrid option. But if you have the money to get yourself a hybrid,
And you like those four options which are available in the mass segment,
yes,
right? Premium में तो बहुत सारा मिल जाएगा, लेकिन
correct,
mass में there
correct.
are 4 5 options.
So
So right now, diesel and hybrid are the best ones to buy.
yes,
Or just buy pure petrol car if your running isn't very high. If you're doing like 400 500 kilometers a month, just buy a normal petrol car.
and that's the way to go.
Least complicated, कुछ issue आता नहीं long term में. No BS6 issues also with petrol cars, the DPF issues that you have with
Yes,
diesel. So if your running is less than 600 kilometers a month, 700 a month, just buy a petrol car, any segment, no issues as such. Not interested. If your running is very high and you like something from the hybrid segment, go for it. There's no issue with hybrid as such, and all these Japanese tech is very reliable in the long term.
yes.
Honda, Nissan is also
In
bringing some hybrid.
terms of batteries and all of that, I've seen that these guys have proven themselves that they know what they are doing.
Yeah. And if you think a diesel car is suiting your requirements, if you get a diesel car, मतलब जो है तुम्हारा options उसमें अगर मिल रही है diesel car, then buy a diesel car. But only thing is that the future is a bit uncertain. Like after 5 years, some new rule comes in. If they suddenly ban your diesel car, they say that instead of 15 years, you can just drive for 10 years. You cannot renew the fitness certificate after that. So फिर we don't know. Like a lot of people are thinking about buying used Fortuners right now. The
Correct.
demand for used Fortuners and Innovas is very high. 10-year-old cars.
Because they are coming at like 5 lakhs, 7 lakhs, 10 lakhs,
हाँ,
under 10 lakhs for that
the
particular
prices
model.
are still high, but
Yeah.
the cars are very reliable also, na?
Exactly.
BS3, BS4.
Instead of paying 50 lakhs for a brand new Fortuner, 10 lakh mein if you're getting,
A 10-year-old Fortuner, of course, it is a different generation and very uncomfortable, but people want tough cars and the demand for used Fortuners is actually very high. But the thing is that अब your 10-year वाला rule आ गया by chance.
and you're screwed.
Then what do you do with that car? You cannot sell it again for that same price, right? बहुत कमाएगी उसके पैसे.
Exactly.
So yeah, I think that's about it. I think
Get
it's
yourself a diesel. That is the verdict of today's video.
or a
For
hybrid
the
or a
podcast.
petrol.
No, of the podcast or the video. Whatever you see it, whatever you
Yeah,
hear.
it's a podcast. Just get yourself a diesel or a hybrid if you get something in that, if it meets the requirements, or just get a normal petrol car. If everything is predictable, your usage, your charging style, and your parking and everything, then you can, of course, explore the possibility of buying an EV. And yeah, CNG we don't recommend right now. The peak time has gone.
And if you still have any doubts, do DM us. We'll try and reply to all the possible queries that you guys have.
And if you have any, if you think we should cover some other topic in the next podcast, feel free to DM
We
us,
have
mail
already
us, anything.
we have already given them an idea what we are going to talk about next.
Yeah, BS4 versus BS6, why BS6 cars have become so boring.
I'm going to talk about BS3 bikes as well.
We'll talk about that.
Chalo.
Chalo, see you guys, and thank you so much for watching this podcast, watching this video, listening to this podcast, whatever.
We are from MotorBeam and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.